You getting cold?
It's hot. No, I'm saying
Oh.
I go back to get cold.
YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Mino, back at it again with another video. Welcome to Anime Sundays, as we call it now, you know what I mean? Yeah. Today we got a special guest. It's a homie I've known for about a year or two now, from campus. My boy Dan.
Yeah,
what's up, Dan?
Guys? Thank you so much for having me.
What's up, Dan? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing
What's
well.
up to the people out there?
What's up,
Like
guys?
I said, out here with the GEEK out series. Happy to be here. It's hot.
Yo,
hell out
bro.
here. Yo.
Boiling, man.
But you know what? It's summer, man. You know the problem with Cape Town is it's always either too hot or too cold, man.
You never know.
You know what I mean? Like,
And then sometimes during the day it will switch from too hot to too cold.
and I don't want to complain because just like a few weeks ago I was complaining that it was too cold.
Facts.
It's hot, bro.
It's been warm,
so
bro.
yeah, we're living with it. But we're back. It's been a while. A lot of things have happened, so we're happy to talk about it. And Dan has come to the show. Very excited. You know what I mean? Another homie just loves anime, so yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. You know what I mean? So the last few videos we kind of just went off the cuff, but we wanted you guys actually like know a bit more about us and like our taste when it comes to anime. So yeah, we're gonna start it off with just a few questions about like our anime tastes, just so you can get to know us a bit, and we can get to know you.
Yeah.
So like we'll start just a few questions. You can answer first, then you can go next, and then I'll answer last, and we'll just see what you like, man. So yeah, we'll get right into it. So first thing we want to know, what was the first anime you ever watched?
For me?
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z not included.
Okay.
Not included.
If you're not
obviously.
including Dragon Ball Z, I think...
Neither does Pokemon.
Eh?
Pokemon doesn't count.
Yeah, Naruto then.
Naruto too.
On what's it? SABC 2?
2. Yeah, SABC 2.
5 o'clock.
I think 5. Oh, okay, that's
I
what
was
you came.
there. Yeah, I was one of those. You know, Audrey used to grill me on that. He used to be like, "Why are you watching this? This stuff is so stupid, bro." I was like, "Bro, what you mean?"
I mean, low key, when I used to watch SABC 2, it just wasn't hitting.
Yeah, it wasn't eating.
Because you're always watching in like the middle of an arc, and like
Fact.
whole time they're just
It's just
running.
a random
They're just
episode.
running. So, yeah.
It's a random episode.
Yeah. For me, it was Cartoon Network. I'd watch Bakugan and Pokemon.
Oh,
Bakugan was probably the first.
Okay.
That
The
was
Bakugan
underrated.
anime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
it's-
actually.
I loved it.
No wonder it was such a banger.
Exactly.
Yo, man, I had the cards, I had the Bakugan,
Bro,
I had that metal thing in the card.
I love
I was there for it, bro.
Facts,
I
bro.
collected that stuff.
That's it, bro.
And the main character's name was Dan Kuso.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
He was living that life. He was like, oh shit, that's
I was him.
I was him, yeah. Okay,
Facts, that's crazy.
For me, it was actually Bleach.
Oh.
So yeah, Bleach was not only the first. So before I even watched my first anime, I'd read my first manga. So like I read Bleach. I was on the Bleach manga in primary school already. And when I found out it was an anime, I was just like, hey yo, because I read like 4 volumes. First time, obviously reading on that right to left vibe. So I was
That
just
was
like,
wild.
Yeah.
Then I started watching the anime and I was just hooked. I watched it on YouTube. We're talking about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
small screen.
Those little
this
boxes,
thing,
yeah.
man. So that was the first one I watched. And yo, it was amazing. Yo, I loved it. Yeah, since then I was just on the anime.
Yeah.
Because I was really like the first sub or so. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what like got you into anime like
Yeah.
fully.
Definitely.
Made you a fan, yeah.
Now, Dragon Ball Z was the one that got me into anime. Sorry.
Dragon Ball Z was never for me, just because it was dubbed, man. It was more like, it was not like it was a cartoon because it was an anime. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
But I never counted it just because like it stood above for a lot more different reasons than most anime. Not just like in terms of your favorite.
Fact.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fact.
Okay. That was our first anime. What is your favorite anime?
You're making this a tough one. Honestly, I'm gonna say One Piece. I've caught up.
Yeah.
I've caught up.
Oh!
I've caught up.
I want to cry, man.
I haven't watched the
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna shit a tear, bro. The fan letter. The fan letter was a
I
bomb.
was just thinking, I was like, nah, I can't do it.
I'm not even a huge
Yeah, I
fan
think so.
of One Piece, but I've heard all about this fan letter. It's all over my TikTok, my Instagram, and it's got me wanting to catch up so badly.
No, you actually don't actually need to be caught up to watch the fan letter. So the fan letter, I actually watched it today. It's basically just about it's not about the main characters. It's actually like, I'll break it down later, but you can watch it. You can watch it if you haven't caught up. As long as you've watched anything post time skip, you can watch it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So clutch. I'm just gonna go like, I know you're supposed to answer this, but I'm gonna say One Piece. It's also like, if you haven't caught on that by now, like it's One Piece.
It's One Piece.
Yeah,
man.
One Piece just
Sorry.
stands above.
It
Oda
has
is
to.
the best. He creates. His vision is amazing. I'm there for it, and yeah.
Okay.
It has to be One Piece, man.
I'm gonna combat against you guys right now. My favorite anime is Naruto.
Oh!
Wow!
I feel like I'm in a PlayStation Xbox battle. Yeah.
It's about to get violent.
You know what I mean? No. Look, I did watch Naruto. I watched the whole thing. It's first of all like watching it. That first ending theme song.
Yes.
You know where they say contemplation.
Yes, yes.
That, it got my heart.
Yes,
and like
yeah.
the story was deep. There was a lot of crazy stuff that happened that was just like, sloppy parenting, and that village was taking a piss.
They were assholes.
So like, but in terms of the show, it was really good. It was really good. Not One Piece good, but I always thought.
I just want to ask you, you've watched all of the big three.
Yeah.
So what would your list be?
In terms of like ranking the big
ranking
three.
the big three. In your opinion.
Look, okay, my opinion, it is going to be One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. Right? But I am going to be honest in terms of the fact that my opinion is based on the fact that, like I said, Bleach wasn't just my first anime, it was my first manga. It was also the first manga I ever read finished. So like I finished the manga.
So you have history
completely.
with
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like I have history with it, and like
Sure.
the ending when it comes to Bleach, like the manga just hit me different. Like I can't wait for it. But yeah, so that's why I have to go Bleach. You know what I mean?
That's fair enough.
But
Yeah.
they're all, at the end of the day, they're all god tier anime.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Thanks.
saying? And let's not pretend like the Akatsuki logo isn't just like the biggest logo in anime.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So, yeah.
Very iconic.
Yeah, fact.
And
Then that's just a cloud.
for like for Naruto, I mean, as I was talking about Evangelion a bit earlier,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how like it emotionally like impacted me, and that's why I love it so much. With Naruto, I had such like an emotional attachment to it because of the rivalry aspect. That was like the whole story, between Naruto and Sasuke. And for me, I relate to animes, and then I get obsessed with them.
Yeah.
And why I related it to Naruto so much, and the rivalry between Sasuke and Naruto is I have a cousin, and him and I, since we were young, we were like going back and forth, like we knew better and whatever. And that rivalry like just reminded me of like how I felt competing against my one cousin.
That's
Yeah.
And it that was like an emotional attachment that I built up,
No.
Saw myself as Naruto.
Yeah,
saw
anime
my
can
cousin
get
as
you like
Sasuke.
that.
That's
Anime can
right.
get you like that.
Yeah.
In terms of video games though, I will be honest, Naruto has the best video games out of all the big three.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to put that out there because I don't want people to think I'm a hater.
Yeah.
But
Fair enough.
Naruto games in terms of big three have the best games.
Yeah.
Bleach's games are pretty trash.
I didn't know
haven't
Bleach
They
Yeah,
have
me
some
neither.
they have like those 1980s, almost like Metal Slug Bar games.
Oh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
What do you mean? No, damn.
okay. And yeah, so the next question actually I already spoke about, but do any of y'all have any manga experience? Have you read any mangas, gotten into any mangas?
The only manga I've read right now is Tokyo Ghoul. Tsukino got me a few of
Oh
those.
yeah.
It's a good manga though.
It is. It's really good. And the fact that I've watched it and I'm reading it, like you can see the difference in story and like the way they went with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's disappointing to see that incredible manga get
Yeah.
kind of, I don't want to say ruined,
Downplayed.
Yeah,
but downplayed,
downplayed.
in the
Because
anime.
compared to the anime, it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The anime is not great compared
Yeah,
to the
compared to
manga.
the manga.
The manga is so much better.
Yeah,
Like
and
they
it-
really
not
did
even
it
just an
justice.
art,
Mm.
It's like obviously the art downgrades,
Yeah.
but also like the entire story is like changed,
Yeah,
and
literally.
it's disappointing, but
It
yeah,
is disappointing.
still a good watch.
So you got manga experience, like any mangas you've read, anything, just like maybe a
Yeah.
volume or two.
No, I've read quite a bit of manga in my time. The first manga I read was Berserk.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
a lot about the anime. I heard a lot about the manga as well.
I got pretty into it. I watched up until, I'm not sure if you guys know much about Berserk, but I got
Not
to
much.
Yeah.
there's this specific arc called the Eclipse
Mm.
in Berserk, and it's kind of the climax of the first half of the story.
Yeah,
And I won't spoil anything if you guys are wanting to read,
Yeah.
but some really messed up, dark, gory, all this
Yeah.
horrible stuff happens in that arc, and just because of how blatant it was with how it was depicting these scenes,
Yeah.
it kind of put me off.
Okay.
But the characters in that story were so good, and the concept was really brilliant. So I loved that story up until it got a bit much for me.
God, yeah.
Because I've
Some
heard
animes,
Berserk,
I heard Berserk takes it a bit far.
they take
Yeah.
it
does.
really
I've heard
far.
they
It
take
really
it quite
does.
far, yeah. But I've definitely wanted to watch it also. It is in the list.
Yeah, same.
It's not like it's one of those anime again that like I just feel like I need to be in a good space for. Not even a good space, maybe in a bad space.
Maybe
You know what I mean? Yeah.
maybe.
So yeah, but in terms of like manga experience, I've read quite a few mangas. Like
Yeah.
getting into manga was actually what got me into anime the first time. So I read Bleach, and then I watched Bleach, and I felt like the way that Bleach was animated was so perfectly aligned with the manga that I'm so happy about.
Like the pacing.
Not even the pacing, but the gore, the bloodshed. Bleach has hella blood in it. Bro. It's not even
Really?
play, bro.
Yeah.
There is bloodshed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
there
saying?
is
Like they
hella
fight with
bloodshed.
swords,
I don't
and
know
these
that.
people bleed
And they get
liters.
sliced.
They bleed liters,
Yo.
bro.
They slice.
and it's very good, like, because the manga shows it like that. But a lot of manga do show that kind of depictions of it, and it doesn't really get animated that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another manga that I read was Assassination Classroom. So I read the manga
okay.
before I watched the anime. So that manga, just reading the manga had my heart. I can't even watch the anime because I know it won't hit me as hard as when I read
Yeah, yeah.
So
What brought you to want to read like such a vague manga?
I mean, so yeah, getting into manga in the beginning, I had a few books. Like in the school library, if you looked hard enough, trust me, you would have found there would have been one or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there was like a manga that I did read.
Yeah, they don't.
And then, obviously, I ran out of manga, and I got this app called Manga Rock. Now, that was one of the OG applications for manga readers that had all the anime. My sister knows about it. It was crazy. And it was the same as like Crunchyroll, where you get to see like genres and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just kind of got into it. I even started One Piece there. Like I never watched. I read more One Piece before I started One Piece.
Oh, sure.
So yeah, manga experience, I have a bit of it. It's actually correct. And like, I don't read as much anymore, but I might get back into it. You know what I mean? But I like to read actual books. I'm not a fan of the phone. It's just like a more.
Yeah.
It's just a cheap option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True, true.
So, yeah, that's that. Now, I just wanted to find out.
I just came to say, because I was like, oh, manga experience. The first manga that I read was Fairy Tail. Like from start to
I
finish.
actually started Fairy Tail.
And
I started
Fairy
Fairy Tail.
Tail
Yeah.
was so good. The 100-year quest that came out, ooh, that is horrid. But the anime was so good. Yo. But yeah, it was the first anime that I did like start to finish, because most of the time I just started where the animation ended, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna read the
I
manga.
had
So that's
a
what
lot
happened
about
with
Fairy
Bleach
Tail,
for
but
me.
like more as like a One Piece of. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm interested in it just because I heard hers as a baddie. I was, and I was thinking I was here for it, bro. I was like, that's why I was like, I'm here for it. I'm not gonna lie. That was the only thing, yeah.
But
yeah.
oh, rewatching it now at this age, I was like, yo, they actually are a few plot holes in Fairy Tail.
But yeah,
it's good.
so
I'm gonna go.
in terms of manga, other than manga, like, yeah, I think that was really everything in terms of my manga experience. That, if you should know, guys, please watch. Read manga, check it out. Yeah.
Me wanted to get into manga. I also have the Death Note one that Zukino gave me. The full.
I did want
Oh,
to
yeah.
Definitely got the full collection.
Yeah,
Like that big, the Bible book.
bro,
Yeah,
and the
I
ending
have
for
that
Death Note, the manga ending is so much better than the anime
Is it
ending.
different than the anime?
That's completely different. So we can't, I'm not gonna spoil anything for it now, but in fact, if you do want to read up on it, guys, so there's an anime ending, there's a manga ending,
Yeah.
and then there's an actual original ending. So the way it actually happened is that the writer wanted it to end a certain way, but editors felt like it was wrong. They didn't like it like that, so they told him to end it differently.
Yeah.
So he ended it differently in the manga, but then the animators didn't like that.
Tells his dad to stand up. I stood up.
Yeah.
I was like,
I couldn't believe what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're starting up, right? So guys, we're back at it again. We hope you enjoyed getting to know us. You know, we wanted to put out, this will actually be our official episode 3. I think that first video was really nice just to get to know us, and we wanted to have it there just in case anyone wanted to know what we like, see what we're about. But you know, there's a lot of things that we want to talk about, current events going on, you know, so yeah, well, let's just kick it off, you know.
Yeah,
We're back here.
sure,
I think
do it.
before we get into any kind of questions or anything, let's just talk about one of the biggest pieces of anime news that have come out in the last 2 weeks, which is One Piece going on a 6-month
I'm
hiatus.
so sad.
Never
I'm
ever
so
in
sad.
the last 25 years of the series has this happened.
Yeah.
One Piece will only be coming back next year, April. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in our own personal time skip.
Yo, bro,
When I get it, like I've just been thinking, when One Piece comes back, I actually need to be built different.
Yeah,
Like,
I need to be
because and like so like that, because 6 months is a long time to
Yeah.
go without One Piece. I've been watching it week by week, and I've kind of gotten into the vibe of watching it week by week. Like it's one of the highlights of my week, and
Yeah.
I get to enjoy, like, because I'm watching only 20 minutes a week of it. I watch everything. So I watch the intro, I watch the outro, and I'm always there for it. I can watch what's gonna happen on the next episode, forget by the time the episode comes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they said it was because they wanted to improve on animation, which is also great.
it's valid.
You know, I appreciate that.
My question is, where are they going to improve?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Honestly,
I just think like I think it's actually just a big rev up to the ending. So I do think this is a sign that it is coming to a close very soon, which is heartbreaking, but it is what it is. One big thing I wanted to say to everyone out there watching One Piece: if One Piece continues again, and you're not all caught up, you're taking the show for a joke, man.
Facts.
You're a
You
joke.
have a whole 6 month
You have
break.
6 months. Look,
That's
man.
more than enough.
That's more than enough. No
That's
matter
more
where
than
you
enough.
are,
That's
more than enough. In fact, okay, maybe not if you're starting it.
Yeah.
But
If you're starting
if you're
it now-
watching the show and you're anywhere in the show, like, bro, if you're anywhere past Alabaster, you should be able to catch up. In 6 months,
Easily.
Yeah.
let's not play, bro. We're in October now. We're going into November. That's November, December, January, February, April, March, April. Oh my goodness
Easily you
gracious,
can catch
bro.
up. Like,
You
come
need
on
to
now.
be able to get back. So
Yeah.
I think I'm also excited about that, because I do feel a lot of people actually are going to be caught up, and getting to enjoy moments with the entire community is great. I was there for the Gear 5 when it broke Crunchyroll. Like when the episode came out, Crunchyroll was down for like hours. Yeah, so I was there for it. Yeah, because I was there for it. So
Sure.
I think everyone getting to be together in that place is going to be amazing.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
no.
crazy.
I think I'm being targeted slightly. but in all fairness, I mean,
You need to catch up.
I did start.
You
by-
just barely caught up.
Wait.
Yeah.
Just listen.
Okay.
I would just disclaimer. I would like you to stay in your chair.
Okay, I'm listening.
I watched the first 150 to 170 episodes of One Piece. I was in Skype here. It was a bit long. for me.
Yeah.
So when Wano came out and Gear 5 became a thing, I started watching at Wano.
Wow!
You skipped
Whoa!
so much.
Whoa!
So
That
much.
is
But in-
egregious.
Bro.
Egregious.
Egregious.
In my defense,
No, there's no defense. Okay. It's a free country.
Yes, that's what I
From
was
1
my
up is like main story. I
Yeah.
get that, but you need to
I
know.
can do that.
but now
You
I've
need
got
to know.
6 months. I've got 6
Yeah, you
months.
got 6
now.
months.
That
I'm already on
is
episode
insanity.
200-ish.
Mm.
So
I never thought I'd meet someone like you in person.
Bro.
Because I always thought I'd square up when I meet someone. That was like, yo, like I'm already caught up, you know, I'm in Wano. I just said it was cool.
Nah.
Look, man.
Nah,
Man.
you
Yeah.
need to go through it all.
Yo, that's
Go through it
insane.
all.
Okay, you know, I'm just gonna breathe. But, look, man, watch it, man. Watch it, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, fact.
at the very least, look, you can even watch the movies. They put the arcs into movies. I want to have respect for you in terms of watching, but like, you kind of know what's going on, man.
what,
So
I think,
definitely, yeah.
what I think I'm going to do is there's this website called One Pace,
Mm.
which because as One Piece fans, you have to admit that the pacing in the show can be a bit dragged out at times.
I actually can't.
Okay.
I was speaking with my sister recently,
Yeah.
and I was showing her a video where someone was like, "What's your anime unpopular opinion?" And this guy was like, "One Piece pacing is perfectly fine." And I was like, "True," and my sister told me that is actually an unpopular opinion.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it is perfectly fine. I won't lie to you. Alabaster was long.
Alabaster was really
Alabaster was long. I'm not
especially
gonna
for the fight.
Yeah,
Honestly,
like
it was
it
a bit
took
dragged.
long. Alabaster was long, and Skypiea also was a bit rough, man, because it was dope when they got to Skypiea. It was
Yeah.
dope when they experienced being on the clouds, being
Yeah.
actually there.
Yeah.
But then when you kind of got into the politics of the situation and the crux of the plot,
Yeah.
I started to kind of get bored a bit. But I actually don't think there's anything wrong with the pacing.
Fair enough.
I think in terms of the pacing, what they like to do is they want to mix it in. They don't want to always make it too serious.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like, you know, that's your opinion. That's I actually have the unpopular opinion. You know,
I
that's
also
the
think that the pacing is not an issue.
Yeah,
Because
but I
I
do
mean-
get you. Watch the movies. They
Yeah.
make movies for that reason.
True. But I feel like with One Piece, he sort of like follows how normal people will go on in terms of like get better and stronger. Like with Luffy, he has to go through a bunch of different ways to try and beat someone.
I mean, if you think about it, this man missed the whole war, Paramount War. That's wild. And you think about it, like when I think about what you missed the war, like,
Paramount War!
bro, he missed the whole 3D2Y moment, everything. That's insane, right?
Oh
Yeah.
my days!
So you're saying it's
clutch, yeah.
it's
Paramount
worth
War?
it.
The war is at least.
Oh my days,
Yeah.
dude! You really need to watch that war.
Well, I know the things that I definitely do want to see, but like I have to get to that point before I watch them. Is I want to watch Water 7 really badly,
Oh,
Yeah.
Water 7 is amazing.
What is 70? And it's
And,
it means a lot, yeah.
and there's some other ones I can't
Enies
remember.
Lobby is also clutch.
Enies
Yeah,
Lobby,
Enies Lobby.
Hulk
That's where
Island.
Genseiken also comes in the first place, yeah.
Yeah, but like there are other ones that like I'm not so keen for. Like I've heard Dressrosa is like a difficult watch because of how long it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
But a lot of it is foundational to how it builds up.
Yeah.
Because when everything came together, you realize like Dressrosa is rough for like and
Yeah.
if anyone who doesn't know about One Piece, Dressrosa is long if you've watched it.
Yeah, this show
In
is really
fact, Dressrosa in terms of the time in the show is only 3 days.
long. Yeah.
The entirety of Dressrosa takes
Sure.
place over the course of 3 days.
Wow.
So yeah, that is crazy. But no, watch it, man. You have 6 months now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, time.
But that was just the one piece I wanted to start off with. Before we get into any war news, Buell City has a list for us. We're
Yeah.
going to be checking out a few things. I think you said it was
The most underrated anime characters.
underrated.
Okay.
You know what I
We're
mean?
just getting to I feel
No.
it might be a bit controversial.
Yeah, like
But
I
I feel like it could be.
think when it comes to underrated anime characters, if you put a side character as underrated, like a lot of side characters who you think should be the main will always be considered underrated. But if you think of them as a character themselves, I think a lot of side characters are actually fairly rated because they're side characters.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a main character on this list,
Yeah.
but we're going to find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hit us.
Okay, so first one.
yeah.
This might be a bit tricky. I feel like Krillin is. I feel like he is. Even though Krillin's kind of a bitch. Like some of his powers were really dope. Like I really fucked with the disc one.
The disc actually was powerful.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they didn't do him too much justice with that move. He was just a bit weak. That was the thing, in my opinion.
I'll be honest with you. Krillin's one and only achievement is bagging MTV.
I knew he would say that. I
He
knew
bagged
he
the
would say
pavement.
that.
Yeah, bro.
That's a
Bag the
fucking
pavement. That, bro.
Yeah.
That is like his only achievement. I think the only reason like he probably went down is because of the fact he's human, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he trained with Goku and Goku just shot up. Next thing you
Yeah,
know,
facts.
like I think Krillin was like the level at which Goku was compared to. So just to make him seem so strong, Krillin had to be like that. But like he's like, nah, he's weak.
But I think
I don't view him as
anime-
underrated. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I think in anime it is important to have that really like weak character though. Like in Blue Lock you've got Ikagari to just show how far the main character is going.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, it's a common trope you see, but that trope as just the trope is an underrated thing that we see in anime. We don't appreciate enough. So
True,
that's a fair
true.
point.
Next one is I haven't watched all of Bleach, but Yoroichi.
Yoroichi, yeah. Yoroichi
Okay,
is
I
very
agree.
much underrated.
Yeah. Strong as hell.
In fact, like when it comes to Yoroichi, so you also never watched Bleach.
I haven't watched Bleach, but I know about it.
Yeah, so Yoroichi actually she was a captain.
Yeah,
She was supposed to be the leader of the stealth like
Yeah,
corps.
the South Pole.
Yeah.
And like the current leader is hella strong and also holds nothing against them.
Yeah.
But like she's the mentor that never gets to display her strength.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
that's what's the-
that is very much underrated when you think about it like that. Because
Yeah.
they did have a battle where she just came out with this new ability that like I don't remember what it was called, but it was hype. So she doesn't get a lot of chances. Also, oh my goodness, in the 1,000-Year Blood War she gets a new voice actor that just drops her so badly. Her
really?
voice actor is so trash in the new one,
That
bro.
always makes me
It's
sad.
so trash. It's horrible to think about. Every time I hear her voice, I cringe.
Different.
Yeah, and like I even went back to dub just to hear if the voice actor was different. It's also different. It's trash. Yeah, man. Like and
Well, that sucks,
it's rough, man. So that's the
Yeah.
only thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she is very much underrated.
Oh, yeah,
End of the day,
facts.
she's still bad.
She is.
Yeah, man. And her outfits?
Yeah.
Her lack of outfits, that is.
The next one I have is Usopp. I think Usopp is very underrated.
Yeah.
I think,
His aim is insane.
For a character that doesn't have powers.
yeah.
It's.
But I feel like to some degree, Usopp has some type of observation haki. With the way he can snipe.
Yes. He hit a very good sniper. He actually does. No, there was a sniper shot that actually low-key brought in observation haki. He just don't know how to use it just yet. First of all, that pouch is just bottomless.
Yeah, that pouch.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, right? Everything he has in that pouch he should have gotten from where he was during the time skip, and we're in like 8 years now and he still has stuff.
Yeah.
He's
But I think with Usopp, like a lot more of his impact is supposed to be felt in the way he challenges Luffy. You know what I mean? I think his impact comes from there, and that's where you have Water 7. I didn't like it. I didn't like Usopp in Water 7. I think
That was when he was arguing with Luffy.
yeah. His character took a real shot there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I didn't like it just because of how it made me view him, because I understood where he came from, but again, at the end of the day, it's a show, you know, and the realness of the show is supposed to actually show how real life can be, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows. You know what I mean? They had a rough time, but they're good now. So I'm cool with it now. But I think Usopp is very much.
But those kinds of arguments, like it's character development, you know.
Yeah.
Shows it creates more of a connection between the characters.
Yeah.
You get more attached. So I think
Yeah.
it's a good take.
The next one I have is how do you say Leorio from Hunter x Hunter?
Leorio.
Leorio.
Oh, Leorio.
Leorio.
Ah,
I feel like
dude. He is underrated.
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
Okay, I'll actually say he's underrated.
He is
you know?
underrated.
But he doesn't have like if you watch the show, I think his ambition is to be a doctor.
Yeah,
I
he's.
think
Yes.
he wants to be a doctor. So like I think that also scales him down a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying in terms of what he actually is going to be doing in the show.
Cool,
Yeah, but if you had to say Kurapika.
yeah.
Because
Kurapika.
Kurapika can get his own spin-off. I think he did.
I think he
Yeah,
did.
I'm not sure, confirm for me. But I think he did because his story alone can be a whole show. Like that hunt that he has for the people with his people's eyes.
That
hunt.
Like he's on a hunt for people. Like
that would be dope.
So,
No, I think Kurapika is also he's such an influential character because he inspired characters like Sasuke. Like, Not sure, I wouldn't say.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like the Red Eyes, the whole revenge story.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I'm not sure about the timeline where Hunter x Hunter and Dragon Ball is, but I could also say he's a bit of an inspiration for like a rival character like Vegeta.
It can always be. And you know they always take from each other like that. So probably along the line they probably like aligned with it. Because if you actually think about it, the 2011 is actually a remake. The first Hunter x Hunter actually came out in the 1990s. 1990 to be specific actually.
But they didn't finish it.
They didn't finish it, but like I'm sure the manga probably went far. So it could have also been like a lot of inspiration for it.
Apparently the Hunter x Hunter manga is like just like a book.
Yeah. No, it's
That's when I picked up the manga.
Yeah, no, so Tokyo Ghoul really put me off a whole lot. I think it just fucked up the entire show, man. Like, because Kaneki, he had a Deku moment, like the way Deku was, he also had that time where he was just in the pit, just on a fucking murder screen. And like that torture scene that he was going through was rough.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not with it, man. I won't lie to you. Like me personally, but I would just eat the people, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Not gonna lie, bro.
You are what you are.
And
You know
like
what I mean?
I don't get this fat because I like to starve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
I'm not this because I like to starve. Bro. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
trying to eat,
I'm
brother.
trying to eat, bro.
I'm trying to eat,
If
bro.
human beings are gonna taste good, man.
Might as well.
It is what it
It's
is.
Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me?
Yeah. So no, but I get what people are saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
Next one is Tenya Leader from MHA.
Senior leader, he is underrated.
He
actually.
is very underrated.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
he could like they could have made him so much better because like his power was all in his legs.
Yeah.
So they just made him a great runner, but like that
Facts.
homie could have been hitting the greatest spin kicks,
Bro,
the greatest
that's
fly
exactly
kicks.
what I was thinking.
You know what I mean?
Like
I
if they
always
were
just
able
think-
to charge up his foot.
Yeah, like he
stuff
just could
like
have,
that.
he could have hit some of the heaviest spin kicks. And
Yeah.
you know when an anime hits you with a spin kick that catches you,
Yo,
and the homie just goes.
Yo,
Yeah, like
those
he could have been doing that.
different.
So I get it.
Yeah, with Tenya in the manga, they probably didn't get a lot of that kicking like action that we were talking about, but in the anime with Yutaka Nakamura, I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He's like this key animator for My Hero Academia. Basically, every like super well animated fight scene comes from that guy.
Okay.
And he's added like extra scenes into the anime where he like kicks oaks, and but like whereas in the manga.
Anime original scenes.
Yeah.
Bleach is also getting a few of them. Yeah, so they're putting a lot of anime original scenes.
I love it when they do that.
Yeah, just to extend the fights, man.
Yeah.
Like Bleach hasn't been lacking it.
Apparently, the final fight in Bleach between it's gonna
That's
be
his name.
extended.
They 12 minutes extra.
Yeah.
It's part of the news. Yeah.
Oh shit.
How many more we got?
News.
Yeah. No, how many more we got?
I got about 4 more. Next one is Inosuke from Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Definitely underrated. I think actually, you know,
I think he's very underrated.
You know what I mean? And let's talk about how the fact that man is a pretty boy.
Bro,
Like,
yo, what the hell?
I was like, damn, bro, they smell making sparkle every time. Every time he takes on that muscle, it's
just sparkling.
I was thinking, damn.
Nah, he's definitely underrated. Like he's very strong. Like his character is very explosive, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like they try to tone it down a bit too
Yeah.
much. You know what I'm saying?
Actually.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about him was in the entertainment district arc when he got like a fatal like attack. He got hit like very badly, but then like he was just fine because he like moved his organs around.
That
was insane.
Yes, he shifted them so that like he could keep going.
How do you learn how to do that?
Yeah.
Like that's Vegeta level type of fighting in my
he
opinion.
was
Like,
and he helped
you keep going.
him and Tanjiro in the Mugen Train arc. Him and Tanjiro, that he's on that when Tanjiro severs that bone just before, he's the one who like opens everything up, so he cuts the rest away.
Yeah.
So Tanjiro gets the fame, but like I definitely underrate
I
it.
definitely underrated. Next one is Nanami from JJK.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man.
I feel like they could have shown him a bit more.
They could have shown him a bit more.
That's why I feel he's underrated.
But I think he's underrated just because people like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of abilities, like that overtime thing, it's a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like if he fights you during work hours, that means he's not as You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Catch me in business hours and you can give me the smoke.
Yeah.
But he did. They didn't do him dirty. I don't think they did him dirty. That's why I mean like he's not underrated. You know what I'm saying?
They put quite a bit of budget into him in season 2 when he had his moment against Ponytail. Like,
Facts.
Yeah.
They did justice there.
I had some questions about myself when I watched that season.
No.
Oh,
Man,
days.
bro, niggas come super. Like, he's
Yo.
just a rapper. Yeah.
Fact. Next one I have is Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
No.
Can't be
Definitely not
Yeah.
underrated.
Think so?
She is a slaughterhouse
Fair
if
enough.
there ever
Fair
was one.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I
they give her the hype that she deserves.
They give her that. And I think maybe you can call her underrated because a lot of people maybe don't like the fact that a lot of her is just being in love with Eren. But abilities wise,
Yeah,
she ain't never lacked.
Yeah.
She ain't never lacked.
No, she always cooks. I mean, she had that whole scene where I can't remember the names, but yeah, it was Reiner and Bertolt. Like in season 2 or 3, they were like running away with Eren, and then
Yes.
she like looks through the fingers of the Titan, and
Yeah.
she had like that death stare moment. Like
Yeah.
if a character's underrated, you can't give them scenes like that.
Yeah.
At least in my
No,
opinion.
she cooked. She
Very
cooked.
fair. Very fair. That one was a bit of a shaky
Yeah.
one for me. Yeah. The last one I have is Yamcha.
No.
Now think about it. He's among the strongest humans, right? And they didn't show him enough, in my opinion. They
Okay,
didn't show him enough.
let me ask a question. Is Yamcha is stronger than Hercule, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
My DBZ knowledge isn't great.
I
My
think so.
DBZ knowledge isn't great,
I
but
think
we all know Yamcha is whack.
He's
Yeah.
pretty
He's
whack.
meant to be whack.
Okay.
He ain't never defeated nobody in his life. In fact, he was a villain
Yeah.
and he couldn't beat Kid Goku. Now, as an adult Goku, think about it. I don't know, man. Maybe he's just trash, like, but underrated is not the word.
Yeah, if you're comparing him to like everyone else, but him as a human being, he's among the strongest.
Yeah, but like they're not strong. Yeah, like, okay, fair.
You know?
But being a human in DBZ
Yeah,
is also
it is.
asinine.
You know what I mean?
Like I played a lot of games. I played Xenoverse 2. You get to create your own character.
Yeah.
No one is out here creating humans, bro.
Yeah. True.
You get to create. You can choose. Your character can be a Martian. You can be a Saiyan. You can be a Namekian. You can be a Freezer race character, and you can be a human.
And
Nobody is selecting humans,
Yeah.
bro.
Maybe.
But you know
what I mean? Like,
that's what these men are saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, he's even at the bottom of an underrated list. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he has to be at the bottom of the underrated list. I'm sorry, but like, to some degree, him being this one of the strongest humans,
Yeah.
they don't really show that much.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they could have showed him a bit more.
I get what you mean though. When a character doesn't have a lot to work with, and they still, make a name for themselves. I think that's an underrated thing.
Yeah.
Look, well, that's that list.
Yeah, it is that list.
I really want to get into something I've been wanting to get off my chest. I've been watching, first of all, I've been watching a lot of anime coming week by week. It's the full lineup, guys. Great anime have come out.
Yeah.
And Blue Lock season 2 has come out, guys.
I haven't watched.
I've been waiting to speak about this. In fact, I had time to calm down, but I thought to myself, I actually need to calm up. So I watched the episode again. Last time we were on here, and I don't know if you remember, last time we were on here, I came on and I said that it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he did say.
I would like to take all of that back.
Yeah.
Blue Lock animation is one of the most lacking animation of the year.
It's so disappointing.
It's not even disappointing. It makes me upset. Actually, I'm not upset. I'm disappointed. Yeah. Actually, I'm upset. I am upset, man. Because you're taking me for a joke, man. Because let's be real, man. First of all, did you guys know that the average 12 episode anime costs around $2 million to make?
Okay.
Wow.
That's around $150,000 per episode. That's around 3 million rand per episode. That's on an average 12 episode anime. We're not talking about an anime with a Blue Lock hype behind it.
Yeah.
Now, where's that money going? What are your animators doing? Let's know. First,
it's called the back pocket.
It was bad. It was bad. I swear to you, I never saw, when I first watched it, I was okay because a lot of it is going to be speaking because I want to see his thought process.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to have
But
these scenes.
But then I started realizing I'm not watching football anymore.
Yeah.
And there were just certain scenes that just had me thinking to myself, why? Why are you doing this to me? You read the manga, you'll be better.
There's more movement in the
There's
manga.
more movement in the manga. Your mind can make better movement,
Yeah.
brother. I swear to you, there was a moment, right, that as a watcher, I know that this moment was supposed to have impact.
Yeah.
But the impact never shone through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people have been talking about, maybe they're saving the budget for the end.
That's how I'm coping.
I'm gonna watch it anyway. That's why I'm upset, man. Because I'm actually still gonna watch, bro.
And that's what they want.
And the thing is, me personally, I won't lie to you. Compared to them, I'll be real. I feel like I have a better standing to be upset because I pay to watch my anime, bro. I don't watch on illegal sites, so I, in some way, contribute, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as an we waited 2 years, man. If you think, it was 2 years that we waited for this new season. No,
Is
bro.
it?
2 years.
2 years, and this
2022,
is
my
what they're giving
brother.
us.
And you're giving us this.
That's
I would rather wait.
Locked.
And as an anime watcher, I'm used to it, man. Make me wait 3 years, I can wait, man.
Yeah.
But don't
Don't serve me
wait.
trash, bro.
Don't disappoint the
You know what I
wait,
mean?
bro.
Linking it just a little bit to anime news. I was looking through, and someone actually came out and spoke about it. An animator came out and spoke about it. I want the opinion to be heard about the situation. So, here we have a Blue Lock animator reveals why the animation is, and I am quoting specifically what it says, why the animation is dog shit. Brother, I just want to read it out, and it's not an excuse, but also it's also all the animator's fault. So I just want you to hear. So this is what it says. So this guy says, I worked on the second episode of Blue Lock, and I'll tell you why its animation was so bad. Months ago, I started working on the second season of Blue Lock, one in which I would only work on not only episode 1 or 2, but 5 episodes. I started working on the second episode, which I had to take care of 20 cuts, basically animating scenes from scratch. Basically layout. But curiously, the problems hadn't started at this point. I'm sure that not only I, but rather all the animators that worked on this episode didn't do the job that ended up being published. Despite the low play, negligible time, we did what the best we could, and there were many of my animations that were capped in the final version. Basically, they eliminated all the movement, some frames, or they just made them differently, but the fault doesn't lie in the one that came after me, since they probably all did the best they could with the time they had. These problems, just like in JJK in the past, or in the vast majority of animes, are a result of the production committee of certain animes that take projects simply thinking about the money and not the condition of its workers. And it's because of this that I didn't work on any other episode of Blue Lock. Once I finished working on the second episode, I decided to get out, and just like I thought, the final result ended up being a disaster. This made me feel like this is a job I'm not proud to upload, and I got permission to publish one of my 22 cuts.
What?
One.
So look, it's the animator's fault at the end of the day. This man said he was supposed to do 5 episodes, but they took him so much for the joke. He said, I'm going to animate this 1 episode, and I'm done.
Well, it's the studio's fault, isn't it?
It's always the studio's fault.
Yeah.
But then, where's that money going? I feel like I'm owed something.
I said black pocket.
Yo, bro. Yo, I couldn't believe what I was watching, bro. It was this, this is one scene.
It's funny.
There's this one scene, bro, where they literally out here doing PowerPoint slideshows.
Yeah.
Look, guys, if you actually want to see,
page
yes, the
turning.
page turn. Yo, if you guys want to see, how bad it is, just go on go on YouTube, go on internet, go on TikTok. Just search Blue Lock Season 2 animation. Don't even ask why it's bad. Don't say bad, nothing. Just search animation.
Yeah.
And it's just.
There's nothing good to be said.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness.
And they try to cover it up. They try to compensate with like these flashy colors.
These flashy colors, like if they had to mix it in perfectly, the colors and everything was what we enjoyed in the first season, those moments. But it's just stacked full of scenes and pages, and bro, there are some animations where they're just running that just look putrid, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
Is it on levels of Super Strikers?
My bro, no, Super Striker was way better.
Ah!
yeah,
I said.
Super Strikers actually isn't bad, bro. They have some good soccer.
Yeah,
in
Super Strikers isn't bad.
Like
But
that, if they had to do it like that, my brother, I promise you, maybe they will have a freeze frame, where the guy's like this, he's in a kicking motion, and the ball just goes from the foot to your foot.
Yeah,
right?
there was a clip of the ball getting passed around a bit, and the ball like goes past a player like in the background, but the player's PNG went over the ball. So the ball was behind the player who was.
And then
like, it's just lazy.
it was lazy.
Yo.
No, and we're talking a minimum of $2 million. A minimum of 3 million rand per episode went into this production. And again, it's one of those things where so many people had. But yeah,
It's not
that's
making me interested.
that was just I just needed the people to know.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Please share your opinion.
Yeah.
If you think it's good, I mean, I don't know about you, but,
You don't know animation, man.
but I have some good anime news for us, guys. I want us to go just through a few things. Not like general news. So
Okay.
a lot of it actually is good. There's new things coming out. So a solo leveling movie has released its release date. Should be coming on December 6th. There's going to be a movie. I don't know if it's going to be a movie of just season 1. Or a new movie or something, but there is going to be a movie, and depending, even no matter what it is, there are definitely going to be new scenes to watch, which is going to be exciting. Yeah, I'm excited.
And I mean, the studio A1 Pictures is putting quite a bit of budget and a lot of effort into that series,
And
the fans are loving it. So
Yeah, so that was the first thing. The next we got here, Attack on Titan has a final movie releasing in 2 weeks, also November 8th.
did it end?
A movie. I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Probably didn't like.
I don't know. But I don't know if it's going to be to round it off really well, because I know a lot of people have complaints with the ending.
Yeah.
But either way, again, it's going to be a great watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. And also today, this is actually for today. So 13 years ago today, this is when the new Hunter x Hunter came out. 13 years ago today, episode 4 of Hunter x Hunter, the remake, came out, and that was where Gon and Killua met for the first time. So today's a special day. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's an anniversary of a meeting. A lot of anniversaries.
The best duo in anime.
One of the greatest.
One of the
One of
greatest
the
duos.
greatest,
One
yeah.
of the greatest duos.
Then I have a new anime to talk about. So a new anime is coming out with a bit more info. So it's called Lazarus.
Alright.
So I don't know what it's about. Essentially, it's supposed to be, it has Cowboy Bebop voice actors. The main character is Hispanic. There's 13 episodes. It's going to end 2025. And it's going to be animated by Mappa.
Oh!
And the John Wick director, the director of John Wick and the director of Cowboy Bebop are the two who are collabing to make this show.
That sounds like a...
It looks, and with Mappa animating, it looks like it's going to be a banger. And like, let's not even pretend like a name like Lazarus.
Yeah, that's
It's also not going to be high.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited for that.
That just sounds like an action anime. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro,
That's
I watched it. I'm like, check the trailer out, guys. It looks like it's going to be great. It looks like it's going to have a lot of mental aspects into it as well. And one of the last pieces, a great piece to talk about. Part 1 of 3 for the final season will be airing in January, and what we are talking about is Dr. Stone.
Oof, I need to get into Dr. Stone.
What?
I need to get into Dr.
I
Stone.
think I've watched 2 seasons of
Oh, yes, there are 2 seasons. Right?
Okay.
There are 2, 3. Guys, Dr. Stone is... Senku is back, man.
Good.
Bro, Dr. Stone is amazing.
Oh.
Dr. Stone, I promise you, if I had watched Dr. Stone as a kid, I would be a scientist today. I'm right. My guy.
Yeah.
My
I remember
guy.
watching it.
He's rebuilding civilization from nothing.
Yeah.
Watch it, bro. He's a
Yeah.
genius character. There's so much plot invested into it, and just the things that you just learn.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I
It's going to
remember.
be really exciting.
I remember when I watched it, and one scene specifically was when I can't remember what they called it, but it was like this food that like it would like freeze or like dry out, and you put like water in it, and then it becomes like edible. I can't remember if I'm.
Yeah, like a frozen food type thing, and then
Yeah.
so bro, he
And
created
the way they
honestly.
explained it in the anime, like
Was
it actually
good.
made sense to me.
And it all
So
makes
it was
sense. Yeah.
surprising. Yeah.
So that's one of those anime that actually take research to make, you know, because he shows him how to make fire, and he ends up creating light. He makes a light bulb, all of these things, and he makes a light bulb in terms of like he gets someone to blow glass to make the light bulb. Like, bro, you never watched it.
I haven't watched it. I'll just
Dr.
watch it
Stone?
and I'll just love it.
Bang!
From what I remember, it's a pretty decent
it's
watch.
pretty amazing. It was one of my biggest in terms of new age anime. When I first started watching it, it was amazing. I was excited,
Yeah.
and it is going to be coming to a close soon. Just because you know the lifespan of these newer anime don't really have that long. They can't really
True.
expand it so much until it gets boring.
Yeah.
So it is good that it is coming to an end, but I'm really excited that it's going to be coming.
Okay, well, definitely, I'll see how much I need to catch up on.
Same.
Yeah, nah, it's clutch.
Yeah.
One more thing, I think it was, I don't know if you guys have seen it, actually released a while back on Netflix, a Tomb Raider anime. You guys see it?
A
The
two.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
I
Lara
think
Croft
so.
Tomb Raider.
I think I
They
saw
came out with
that.
the anime of it.
Okay.
It looks good, I haven't watched it yet.
What
But
was
a
it
lot of
called?
people talk about it. It's called Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's anime.
Oh, sure.
It's weird, they're animating a lot of stuff.
Do you remember the game Devil May Cry?
Yes.
You see, they're gonna release an anime for it.
Yes, I heard also. Devil May Cry
Devil
also.
May Cry.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We used to play it on PlayStation 2.
Yo,
Fucking
amazing.
Yeah.
Those that also could be if they animated right in terms of the rivalry between brothers.
Yeah.
It can be with one of the
A
guys.
rivalry anime, you know, that's much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
probably
really-
should watch it.
yeah, definitely watch.
You should,
Yeah.
even if you can, get the game. One of the games.
One of them. They released new remakes on I think
Yeah.
on new gen
Okay,
consoles.
And then I think they released like Devil May Cry 5, I think.
Yeah,
The
so-
latest one, yeah.
But I heard animes, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff's being animated. You know, there's a Batman anime coming out.
I heard about that.
Did you see how the Joker looking at?
Nah, I haven't
Yo,
seen
there's a snap of the Joker and he just be looking
Yeah.
crazy. He looks proper Joker.
Apparently they're gonna do it in like a Spider-Verse kind of style.
Yeah, they are going to be doing it like that. You know.
Oh.
I just think it's going to be weird when you start speaking Japanese, man.
Yeah.
you know.
Batoma. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when they say Joker, it's gonna sound quite Joker.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
facts.
Fire Force when they did the.
Yeah, that's what exactly what I was
Joker,
thinking.
yeah.
Joker, yeah. So that's
Yeah,
definitely
facts.
so a lot of crazy things are being animated,
Yeah.
and I'm there for it, man.
Yeah, same.
Well,
That's really sick.
There's a bit of anime/gaming news when it comes to Pokemon.
Okay.
And this is something I heard about, and I wasn't sure if it was real or not when I first heard about it.
Yeah.
But apparently, Game Freak, the company that's making the Pokemon games, there was some law and stuff that was, not supposed to be for the public that got leaked.
Okay.
And there were some stories that got out into the internet, and because it was in Japanese, there were some mistranslations.
Okay.
And one of the stories that got out was a story about a Typhlosion. Now, this is some inappropriate stuff, so if you're
Yeah.
under the age of 18, maybe leave.
We'll discuss whether we leave it or not in, guys. Just
Yeah.
we're gonna see. But we definitely want to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, well now we'll discuss it.
This could be just.
Yeah, maybe go search it, see what it's about. If we
Yeah.
also want to find out what it's about, check it out. You said it's about a Typhlosion.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I told you all about it earlier, but basically, there was the story about a Typhlosion that came out of the leaks, where a Typhlosion captures or kidnaps a little girl.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there. Yeah. We'll stop. We do have one more thing we want to talk about. We were talking about underrated things right now.
Yeah.
We asked Dan to pull up with a few underrated anime that he have. So, you know, I'm always looking for new anime to watch. Everything that I'm watching right now, bro, is week by week. I promise you, I don't have a single thing that I'm watching. Like this is my list. So, One Piece, Blue Lock, Dan, anime called MF Ghost, Blue Exorcist, Tower of God, and My Hero.
Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist.
What season is that now?
Season 4. Season 4, yeah. Bro, they've been pulling up with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It is. It's been
Okay.
good. It's been good. And this new one, it's good.
Yeah.
But they all release week by week.
Alright.
So like I don't get to binge nothing. Like I started Monster. I did say I was gonna start it when we spoke about the last one. Johan is clutch. Johan is one of the greatest manipulators.
Yeah.
I'm only on episode 20, but he's doing the things. Yeah. So
he's a good
definitely
guy.
watch it. Don't watch it if you're in for like a good time though. You know what I mean? And if your animation, if you can't handle lower quality animation, not bad animation, just lower quality, don't watch. But yeah, it's really good. But I was saying, sorry, you know, I'm always looking for new anime to watch. You know what I mean? So pull up with some
Let's see
underrated
what-
anime.
yeah,
Let's see
what
what you
list
got
you
for us,
have.
bro. You know, do you have a few?
Underrated anime. I'll go back to my list here.
Yeah.
So I already talked about the Serial Experiments Lane one.
Yeah.
Monster is also on my underrated. So
Oh,
I'm
very,
glad
very
about
much, yeah.
that. But the other one was Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
Have you guys heard about that one?
No.
So it is a very like standard mecha anime.
Okay, I'm down for it.
The entire point of this anime is there's this guy who, you know, controls a mech with his like mentor character, and basically the entire concept is about they call it the indomitable human spirit, and about how a lot of stuff you can achieve just through like motivation and trying hard enough.
Okay.
And it's basically how the story about how this little boy transcends into like almost like a god.
Okay.
And the ending, there's like a final movie you can watch, and it's just like it's got everything. It's got like romance, it's got the action, it's got like this motivational aspect, and it's just such a good watch. It's a good feeling anime where just the heroes win at the end of the day. And but there's a lot of depth to it. It seems a bit childish, but it's quite a deep anime. And
No. Mecha anime always have that childish little aspect to it, but there's always a deeper story. My favorite mecha anime will always be Darling in the Franxx. I don't know why.
I don't think I've
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like aside from the fact they're so young, like there was just so much weird stuff that happened. But like with mecha anime, there's just so like there's so much mental fortitude and resistance that you actually need. You know what I mean? And it's not even completely if done right. The fight scenes are just always clutch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
It's
in
good
mecha anime, the
animation,
machines are surprisingly agile.
Yeah.
they always
very
be
lively.
agile, bro. They be doing moves that you shouldn't be able to pull off with a joystick. You know what I mean? Because on the inside it's always like a joystick, and they just be using a joystick and be doing backflips and shit.
Yeah, no, it's
yeah,
crazy.
nah. So it is crazy, but I enjoy mecha anime a lot. It's hard to find really good ones, man. I watched
Gurren
a
Lagann.
horrible one called Full Metal Panic. Oh, it was so
you
hard.
spoke about Full Metal
It was
Panic.
horrible, bro.
Is it really bad?
You're disputed. But I watched it finished, so I can speak on it
Fair enough,
with
yeah.
confidence.
Fair enough,
Yeah, it was
bro.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm
it
looking for a good
is-
one. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah.
Those mecha anime, it's a risky thing to try and tell a story about because there's so many of it.
Yeah.
You have to make yours unique in some way, and
Yeah.
that's where I think something like Darling in the Franxx is
Yeah.
really good.
It
'cause
was a
that's-
staple. It's a staple. Yeah.
It's something that's always drawn me back to it and reminds me of how good it was the
Yeah.
opening song for it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
such a good
God,
opening,
so-
and the visuals, everything about it was great. And then Gurren Lagann also has, you know, some really iconic openings that you just won't forget.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I didn't watch. When it comes to anime, the great thing about watching anime week by week is that you always listening to openings.
yeah,
When you're binging anime, openings is more.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
But
you just
now
skip
I'm
those, yeah,
up
skip those.
listening to openings. Like I watched the new episode of Dan banger. Dan doesn't miss. I sat the whole time watching it thinking, why can't Blue Lock do this?
Right.
What's stopping Blue Lock?
Then it was, bro, I promise you, like you watched the episode, right?
Yep.
Bro, we're talking like at a point in time I was thinking these homies spoke to the animators of Attack on Titan because they were
Yeah.
looking like ODM
Yeah.
scenes. It was
Yeah.
insanity.
That was-
And the comedy just never flops in that
Facts.
show.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I'm in for all of it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, something I love about
Yeah.
Dan is like they have like these little things that happen in the story that you wouldn't expect from an anime.
Yeah.
Like with there was this one scene where Ken has the girl Momo on his back and they're running, and then he says like I can't turn, I can't make this turn, I'm going too fast and you're too heavy. Like we have to make like a different plan. Whereas another overpowered anime character would just like be running through walls,
running down, killing someone, and and the fact that they just mean like the way they beat. The way they clutched it, let me not speak too much on the way they clutched it.
Yeah.
You know, because people who don't know the limit don't know just yet. But
facts.
you know what I mean, there's 4 episodes I could watch.
Yeah, get into
but it was really good. I'm excited for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm also down to see more of the spirit medium grandma.
Yeah.
You know
I'd love to see more of her.
you know what I mean? Like this bro. I thought she was gonna be pulling up old
facts.
walking stick, those clothes that we pulled up.
I was
Pulled
like,
up, you know what I mean?
Granny.
Without trying to be a bit too sussy, she's and it was exciting, It was hella funny. I'm enjoying it so much.
Yeah,
And apparently there was a point in time the whole season was leaked.
Oh yeah.
I heard the whole season was leaked, so I know people who are on episode 8.
Oh.
And they and then it got taken down, so it was leaked before. And then it got taken down. That's why a lot of anime sites have been shut down, just because of the whole leak of the season.
Yeah, I saw all the leaked
that's
episodes on
crazy.
AnyWatch, but I didn't want to
Didn't
watch
watch it, So apparently it had been leaked already. So I know people who are just waiting for it to catch up to where they're at now.
It must suck.
That must suck so
Yeah.
much. Like,
Because you're impatient, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
To watch anime and stuff, and the mates that I do have actually kind of shit on anime.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
Anime's
yeah.
producers-
I stand on business when it comes to anime. Like I'm like me. I've gotten to the point where I don't need to make you like anime because I know how great it is.
Yeah.
But when you shit on an anime, I'll be like, my brother, you don't understand.
Yeah.
But then I also am bad for anime because like I also make those jokes where I'm like, One Piece stopped and like people are telling me like I need to just go out, live my life and get a girlfriend, and I'm like, but none of that matters. Bro. One Piece just needs to come back. So like,
become the pirate.
yeah,
Exactly.
So like I'm good and bad for anime like that, but it's good to just find people who enjoy it, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because it's one of those things that I think you have to develop a love for it on your own, and then when you get to share it, it's so great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you get
shop for
into
coming on, you're glad to meet you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you
Stay
like,
tuned,
comment, and
guys.
subscribe.
Do what he says because he's very right most of the
Yeah,
time.
that was
It'll
the
help
time.
you out a lot.
Clock in every 2 weeks for these anime Sundays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It's becoming a thing now. We might have another guest sometime, you wouldn't know until you lock in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but
really get into
Factual.
it. You know?
Yeah, if we've dropped anything, any knowledge that you just like to come and clap back on, please be
By
free to.
all
We're very
means.
happy to just snatch a few comments out. If you have any questions, snatch a few comments out, answer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want me to stand on business about something? Stand on it. But yeah, like we got a few also dope things lined up, you know what I mean? We're still experimenting with a lot of things. So we want you to be here for it. This is the beginning of a journey and we're excited for it all. So we'll see you in another 2 weeks.
Yep.
Otherwise, live your life.
Safe!
Love.